Hello, wonderful people. Welcome back to my channel. If you are someone from metropolitan city, then you might know the amount of time we spend in traffic. It's nearly one-fourth hour a day, doing nothing but scrolling our phones or thinking unnecessary things. So this video is all about inculcating the habits that will change your persona without affecting the daily course of our life. There are a lot of habits of us which we don't like spending too much time on the phone, or the good habits which we want to inculcate in our daily life, but we're not able to do that because of the busy schedule. Like the hobby that give us peace, but you don't have time for that. Or you want to wake up early because you want to be a morning person. Or you're a new reader and you're finding it difficult to sit down and read. This video helps you to be productive with our habits. We always heard it right that if we do something for 21 days continuously, then it becomes our habit. So this video is all about how to track the habit and inculcate that in our day-to-day life to have a healthy, productive life. So in this video, I'm going to give you guidelines for preparing your own habit tracker that will help you to track down the habits of each day in a month for a year. If you're someone who uses planner, then it is good because you get the habit tracker along with different trackers. But if you are not someone who use planners, then I'm going to give you some guidelines how to have your habit tracker from a simple notebook. I'm taking a long size notebook along with a scale and a pencil. I'm using color pens here for writing and also sketch pens for tracking your habits. If you are done with all these things, then we can start this, or you can use the normal pens also. I just love color pens, so I'm using color pens here. I would suggest you to keep your book in horizontal way. I'm writing the heading monthly habit tracker. You can specify the month. Once you're done with this, I would suggest you to draw a horizontal line. Then 31 vertical lines for each day in a month. I would suggest you to draw smaller lines so that you will be able to draw 31 lines and leave a bigger space in the beginning because to write down the habits. Once you're done with 31 lines, draw one more line. In the bigger box, write habits because that is the column where we are going to list down the habits which we want to inculcate. And in the smaller boxes, write 1, 2, 3. That is the date of each month till 31st. So that will help you to track your habits. Once you're done with this, I would suggest you to write down all the habits that you want to inculcate in your life. I mean, I'm not really a morning person, but I have to wake up early in order to go to college. So waking up at 6:30 is a big thing for me. So waking up 6:30 is my first habit which I want to inculcate in myself. Making the bed. How much ever we neglect it, but making the bed helps us to have a clear mind. Start the day with a productive thing. Attending all the classes. I'm changing pens so that it'll look good. Learning 5 new words. Actually, this habit which I want to follow from very long time. I mean, like any language is a very vast thing. So learning new words in any language help us to have a great knowledge in that language. So I would suggest you to do this. Reading 10 pages from the currently reading book. Reading every day helps us to have a clear mind. Reading not only helps us to have a knowledge but also helps to understand the situation and other people perspective. So I would highly recommend you to read books if you are not someone who read. You can know any things that you want to inculcate in yourself. Recently I found out that I'm spending too much time on my phone and I've been kept getting scoldings from for that. So I would write like being away from phone for at least 2 hours in a day. And we have been spending lot of money on eating outside, so I would suggest you to also have this like no spending day, not eating outside food. Spending money on unnecessary things which we always have been doing. There are a lot of things we buy but we don't end up using it. So that is also one of the habit which we have to inculcate in ourselves. Spending money on unnecessary things should seriously avoid it. And getting 8 hours of sleep, it's really important and mandatory for us to get at least 8 hours of sleep to have healthy and also a productive life. If you don't get enough sleep, the whole day you end up being so restless, and I hate that feeling. Once you're done with noting down all your habits which you have to inculcate in your life, then you can start your tracking your habit. You can start with first day of your month and mark it if you have done that on that day. Usually in the beginning you will forget to do this, so I would suggest you to keep it in the bedside table so that when you are going to sleep you can do this each day to track your habits which you have done that or not. It's a highly simple way. You have to just mark the habit that you have done on that day. Like you are successful in waking up at 6:30, then you can mark that, and you have attended all the classes. I couldn't read 10 pages for that particular day, so I didn't mark that. So this is simple way, right? Just marking down the habits that you did on that day. So once you are at the end of the month, you will be having a tracker that which will help you to know whether you are able to inculcate that or you are able to follow the habits you wanted in your life. So this will give you a clear idea whether you are having a productive life or not. And I really suggest you to have this, because if you are not able to do that habit or like reading a 10 pages of a book on that day, then you eventually do that on the next day because you feel that that nagging feel, okay, I have not done this, I have to do that. I think you have enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe my channel and hit that bell icon and give a big thumbs up, because that will help me to know whether you like my video or not, and share it with your friends. Thank you.